Hi, I'm Melanie, HR and Operations side of RLP. I'm also the Violence Against Women Coordinator for CLACS.
What were you doing with RLP before lockdown, Mel?
Mostly doing training, presentations around domestic abuse and gender-based violence, as well as setting up the various policies that's needed to run a social enterprise.
Where did the idea from the boxes come from?
It was originally a group idea based on seeing a lot of children didn't have access to computers and tablets at the start of lockdown, so we were able to give them something physical that they could do. Once we got the craft boxes up and running, I was sitting thinking about the girls who were used to getting things like sanitary towels and tampons from their school or community centres, all of which were then closed. And it was like, well, how do they then get them? So the idea for the self-care boxes came about at that point. We would make up boxes specifically around those products to get them to the girls, but we also wanted to look after their mental health, so we put in puzzle books and a journal, some toiletries, all things that a teenage girl would be looking for, but we're also not sexist, so we did a boys version as well.
What was it like in those first few weeks and months of lockdown?
Well, I was in the group where I had to stay home. I wasn't shielding, but I had to be more careful. So I basically didn't see anybody for weeks at a time. Just having Zoom calls and contact with the guys doing the boxes, it was somebody that I could actually speak to at the time. I did all the craft orders and the self-care product orders, so yeah, I was going around setting up various accounts to get things at good prices.
Would you like to see the boxes stay in production even after lockdown restrictions have ended?
I think so. I think we've shown that there's a definite need for them, and I don't think the need would disappear with the end of lockdown. The need was there before. Poverty existed long before there was COVID, and sadly it'll exist long after. So yeah, it's something that there is a real need for.
And finally, what difference do you think the boxes have made during lockdown?
I think especially the ones that I mentioned earlier about the ones for the girls with the period products. That's given them some dignity that they may not have had if they weren't able to access those products. But in general, we're providing something that's genuinely needed. Awesome, well done. Thanks.